Thanks for watching. Please subscribe so you get the alerts as soon as new content is posted.
Here we are, Kegwin's at the track at Thunderhill, part of the novice and intermediate school. Alex has given me permission to ride his V4, which is damn civil of him. So, let's get this show on the road. Okay, kickstand away. I believe he's got a street pattern. No, it's GP, so there's the first thing to figure out. All right, so away we go. Now, having spent the last day or so setting everything up for Alex, all the electronics are stock. Tire pressure was set at 30-30. Ambient temperature is in the 80s. Track temperature is around 110 currently. So, with everything as is on the showroom floor, it's going to be interesting to see how this works. But first things first, with the Rosos, you got to scrub them in and warm them up. So, overwhelming impression right out of the gate is that the front fairing is ridiculously small. So, got anyone coming? We've got a couple, so we'll move over, give them the long way around. So, right out of the gate, because of the suspension changes yesterday, it turns out after some good work with Alex, the front is stiff, the back is soft, hence all the preload on the shock spring that we had to remove to get any static sag whatsoever. So, first impressions on how I'm feeling in my warm-up lap, just to kind of get myself oriented. The front's definitely stiff. And I get on the gas and you can feel the back of the bike squat. So, that makes sense. That fits what we had to do and why. So rather than project that it's going to do X, we discover whether on track, even though we got the maths, there's plug smart, right? Track smart. So we'll run through the gears. I have no idea how many miles are on the bike at present. He has no idea if there's a chip limiting things. I don't really want to find out if there is, because notoriously Ducati rev limiters have been a brick wall, and I would like to keep my voice at the pitch it is now. So, 6th gear, 6,000 RPM, and it's already pulling. You can feel it, which you'd expect from a V4. Back to 3rd. Brakes are very sensitive. Again, not a surprise, given the horsepower you're trying to manage. Shifting, God, it's smooth. Gearbox is so easy. Kill time on the quick shifter is good. No problems there. Very light sustained pressure. Yeah, definitely pulling the front end down. So that's all good. Now, keeping it in 4th. Let's see what it pulls. Go to 9. Stay there. So transition, really with a well set up bike and a good chassis, you're expecting to initiate and let go. So just a tiny bit of movement. Now with the front end being stiff, it is going to ride high. So if it rides high, that's going to mean somewhat consistent input to put the bike where you want it, and then you can let go. And so far with what we're doing in terms of pace, that's definitely the case. So, steering is the first thing I want to look at after the initial warm-up lap. Again, we want to get these tires hot. 2 laps, given the ambient temperatures, should do that. But definitely I have to sustain bar pressure to keep it where I want it. Okay. So, fast turn, light input, but again, sustain. Yep, gotta do it. Okay. Well, that's fine. But it feels very light. Very light. And it also feels, for a V4, very thin. I'd expect the tank to be wider, but my fit with my legs, given a 30-inch inseam, definitely nice and comfortable. Alright, so that's the end of the 2 laps. Get going. Open it up a little bit on the straight. Quickly to 140. Now time in, nice and easy. Gas on. Trail braking for feel. Light sustained pressure, no problem at all. Drive. A little bit of brake early. So if you squeeze on the lever a bit too quick, you get brake dive. So that tells me compression is on the softer side, which is no surprise given the settings that we put in it for Alex. So we go back to 4th gear, we go over, down 5, roll the throttle on, plenty of pickup in 4th gear. Again, what you'd expect from a V4. All right, leave 6, roll on. 5th, leave it in 5th, bring it around. Drive it through 8, little wobble on the tires. Not confidence inspiring, but these are street tires. Bring it into 9. Sets exactly where I want it to go. Back to 10, wide entry, tip it in gently, there it is, into 11, brake. So holding pressure, not adding pressure, really gives me a much better feel on the brakes, and that's nice. Yeah, sustaining brake pressure really helps. That makes a big difference. Nice wide radius for 15. This time 11. 154. Gets there in a hurry, but as usual with a V4, you don't even feel it. Just does it. Alright. Now, mid-corner stability. Brakes off, holding the throttle. Through 3, brakes off. Let's stay where we're at. Regroup. Rider forgot his kickstand. Oops. Right, let's get it back together, back in the rhythm. So down 5. Front is really stiff. It's really stiff. Wow. Oh, crap. Now that could be spring and it could be hydraulics. As we know, the hydraulics are mostly out right now. I'd probably be looking at a revalve, but that would also account for the great braking stability in the front front end. Yeah, lovely braking stability in the front. That really keeps the rear wheel down. Gotta like that. Bring you back into 10, 11. Set up, slipper clutch is nice. Ooh yeah, that works. Again, sustained pressure, not added pressure. In we go. And away now. Let's try 12,000. Cut across. I didn't get back with Pat. There we go. So, just a few laps for discovery purposes. Learning what the bike's got for power, electronics, how the suspension feels, what the chassis in terms of engine placement, geometry, everything else communicates to me. Very inspiring. Front end being so stiff, sure, that's inspiring, but if I'm trail braking, there's a high incidence of risk with a very stiff front end and braking, which means a lot of the suspension is going to be transferred to the tire, and it's supposed to be a balance. So overall, just the first initial quick run at it with the Pirelli Grossos on, you can definitely feel how good this is. The other part I'm noticing is my forearms and hands are getting tired, and we're only a few laps in, so that stiff front end could mean that the front end geometry is too high. And remember, right in the first lap, I'm talking about sustained hand pressure. Well, now that's manifesting into my forearms. The other part that could be is that I know these grips are too small for my hands. They're way too small. So my fingers are touching my palm, and that's guaranteed to give you arm pump. So let's get off. So while we're getting off, what would I change? Well, right out of the gate for me, immediately, what the hell's going on with the front end? And immediately, fatter grips for my hands. Because if I'm tired after 4 laps of relatively focused riding, that's not going to work for me. So there's the immediate upgrade needed. Front fork analysis, review, and then grips. Out the back, acceleration, no issues at all. Pulls its line, gets there great, don't get any head shake from the spring being too soft. So all in all, the back of the bike, right out of the gate, and I am significantly heavier than Alex, beautiful. Front end, big problem. So, there's your initial review. Very, very promising motorcycle, and really a huge treat. And thank you, Alex, for your trust in letting me ride your V4 base model. That was awesome, thank you.
To schedule a remote tuning appointment for you and your bike with Dave via text, email, Facebook, etc., contact Dave on Facebook or by email, dave@davemosstuning.com.